Mets leading 7-5 in Game 7. Trying to put away a world championship. Neither team's been willing to be put away. 1-1 delivery squared the bunt. It is down low. He pulled the bat back in time. 2-1. You're looking ahead, and don't do too much of that. The Boston Red Sox will have the ninth man up right now. That's Romero. And Boggs and Barrett scheduled in the top of the ninth inning. Lenny Dykstra waiting the pitch. Outside, ball 3-1. In this ball game, the Mets trying to do everything they can here to add as many runs as possible on that board.
They had only 3 off the starting pitcher, Bruce Hurst. But once they got to the bullpen, they scored 4 runs.
3-1 delivery, runner goes, ground ball, hit towards second. It is scooped up by the shortstop Romero. Throw to first, they get the out. Knight at second base. Ray Knight was off and going. The ball, Ray Knight, Romero, and Barrett all came together around second base.
And it was a play Romero could not have made except for the fact that the runner was going. And Romero was on his way to second to cover. He crossed over in front of second, stabbed the ground ball, and threw to first.
Davey Johnson had the hit and run on with Lenny Dykstra up. Almost worked it. 1 down. Knight on at second base. Rafael Santana, the Met shortstop, with Orozco on deck. And they'll conference at the mound again. Making sure that Romero knows what's going on. Marty Barrett, the second baseman, goes over to talk to him after meeting with Gedman. And the pitcher, Al Nipper, at the mound. Giraldi, 3 runs, 3 hits in a third of an inning. Zambito, a third of an inning, walked 2. Stanley got the only man out he faced. They're going to walk Santana and face Orozco. The intentional pass will be given up here. Rafael Santana will draw it. We saw a crazy, wild pitch when Lenny Dykstra was on at first base. A wild pitch was delivered that allowed him to move up into scoring position. Nipper being careful not to do that here because it was a pitch out that allowed him to move up. And there's ball 4.
And I think it was a pitch that hurt Giraldi a lot. I think he kind of came unglued after that.
Really unnerving to deliver a wild pitch on a pitch out, especially when the base runner wasn't going. So Jesse Orozco will hit with 1 down. Mookie Wilson is on deck. 1 away, runners at first and second. Strawberry with a home run. Off Nipper to lead this inning off. Knight singles. He's on at second base. Santana with the intentional pass now on at first. Met fans all on their feet here. Huge crowd shoehorned in, and they have seen another just magnificent baseball game that is not yet over. 65,032, the paid attendance here tonight. Jesse Orozco stands in, right-handed batter, left-handed pitcher. Nipper to the belt and charging at the corners. He squares the bunt, lets it go by. It is inside, ball 1. They're moving Romero, the shortstop, over to third base to cover. They'll try and get the lead runners with Buckner and Boggs charging at first and third. And now Boggs looks over to John McNamara to see how they want to play this. Buckner will relay the information on at second and short. Romero was rotating that time, moving over to third base. Jesse Orozco will talk with Buddy Harrelson now with a 1-0 count. He may want Jesse to take one here until Nipper throws a strike, or may want him to get down the first pitch. He can't. We'll see. 1 away. Right, getting off at second. He'll keep a very close eye on Romero, the shortstop, who's in behind him. Squares again. Lets it go. It's a strike on the outside corner. 1 ball and 1 strike. That's leading 7-5. They were behind 3-0 when the Sox got 3 in the second. Hurst was mowing down the Red Sox until the 6th inning. And they got a 1-out single by Lee Mazzilli, the pinch hitter. A single by Wilson, a walk to Tuffle, a 2 RBI single by Hernandez, and a fielder's choice RBI by Carter.
Saturday night, Lee Mazzilli came up as a pinch hitter, got a base hit, came around to score a very big run, and then started the rally tonight.
1-1 count. Delivery, they rotate again. He swings away a chopper, base hit in the center field. Ray Knight will score, and Orozco has an RBI single. It is 8-5 New York. Oh my Lord! scored when you least expect it. A rotating infield, nobody playing on the left side, and Jesse put it on the shortstop side of second base.
Buddy Harrelson called Orozco down for a quick meeting. Davy Johnson had made the change. He didn't like the way they were charging in so close. Jesse is a good athlete. He can do an awful lot of things and do them very well. So they told him to swing away. He did it perfectly. He hit it over the mound, he hit it over second, and he hit it into center field. And the Mets now have a 3-run lead, Jerry.
And here comes John McNamara with Mookie Wilson due up. I believe that is going to be it for Al Nipper.
He has Steve Crawford out in the bullpen.
Jesse Orozco allowed to hit away, as Davy Johnson has said all season long. I don't play this game by the book sometimes. He didn't play it by the book again then, and it pays off for him. He guessed that the infield would be rotating, and he was right, with Romero going over to third base.
Gary, you mentioned earlier, about 3 innings earlier, that if you could get to the Red Sox bullpen, your chances were a lot better. Each of the last 4 pitchers coming out of the Red Sox bullpen has worked only 1/3 of an inning.
They have been touched up for 3 runs off Giraldi, and now you will add 2 more at least than Bob Nipper. Steve Crawford is going to come on in relief. Crawford has a victory in the World Series as he came out of the bullpen and picked up the win in Game 2. The delivery to Mookie, swung on and popped up down the third baseline. Boggs will not have a play. It'll curve over into the stand. Mookie Wilson had a big single in the 6th inning, drew an intentional pass in the 7th. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Mookie now has picked up 7 hits and 26 times to the plate. Steve Crawford, the right-hander, is the 6th Boston pitcher. Cannot believe how this ball game has changed in its complexion.
Gary, if the Mets win this, you'll be downstairs.
Yahoo!
Yahoo! Good luck.
The 0-1 delivery. Look out! Mookie gets out of the way and hit him on the bottom of the foot. Hit by a pitch. Bases are loaded. Wally Backman coming up.
Deja vu. That happened Saturday night, and what a big play it was. A pitch almost like that, only from Bob Stanley. Mookie jackknifed and then he's taken away from it. It was a wild pitch, and the tying run came in to score.
He made the same jump move as he did on that wild pitch. Gedman got that one. Bases are loaded. Wally Backman up. 1 down. 8-5 Met lead. Backman came on and drew a walk in the 7th inning after he came on as a pinch runner for Timmy Tuffle in the 6th. Infield playing in with 1 down and the bases full. Steve Crawford delivers. Swung on a broken back ground ball to second. Played by Barrett home. They'll get the out. No relay to first. They get the force out and there are 2 down. Splintered the bat on Wally Backman that time. He will reach on the force out made at the plate. They take out the lead runner, Rafael Santana. Orozco moves over to third base. Mookie Wilson down to second. Wally Backman on at first. This is the 8th man up in this inning. New York sent 8 to the plate in the 7th. 8th man up here, Keith Hernandez. He has been up with the bases loaded 3 times in this game. He delivered a 2 RBI single in the 6th and an RBI sacrifice fly in the 7th.
Big 3 RBI game for Keith Hernandez.
2 away, 3 on. Delivery to Keith. Outside, ball 1. The New York Mets with 3 runs in the 6th, 3 runs in the 7th. They've added 2 more here in the 8th. An 8-5 lead. They have out-hit Boston now 10-9. Orozco, the lead runner at third. 1-0 delivery. Check swing. He went around on it. Good pitch by Crawford. Fighting breaking ball in on Keith Hernandez. He knew he went around on it, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Hernandez, who came into this game with only 1 RBI in the World Series, has picked up 3 in this game. 1-1 count on him. The delivery outside, ball 2, 2-1.
And I want to remind our listening audience that if the Mets win it, Gary Thorne will be in the clubhouse talking to a very, very happy bunch of ball players.
The way this has gone, Bob, with the Houston series and this one, you know they are going to let it all hang out if they can hang on and win this ball game.
Yogi Berra has been proved right over and over in this series. It's never over until it's over.
2-1 count. Here's the delivery. Swung on, hit towards second. Barrett short hops it, drops it, picks it up, throws to Buckner. Good play by Marty Barrett. Hernandez is retired. The New York Mets add 2 runs, including a homer by Strawberry and an RBI single by Orozco. 3 outs away from a world championship. We go to the 9th. New York 8, Boston 5. Bob, you've been here for them before, but I'll tell you, they never change in excitement, do they?
Nothing matches the excitement of a World Series. Unless it's the 7th game of a World Series. People Express team of airlines, with their low prices, you can enjoy away games from the stands instead of your sofa. Ed Romero leads off the 9th inning. Fasten your seatbelt. New York leading 8-5. Ed Romero, the backup shortstop. Right-hand batter will be leading off. Then Wade Boggs and Marty Barrett. Jesse Orozco came on for McDowell in the 8th inning. Retired Gedman, Henderson, and Don Baylor. Crowd settling back just for a moment. There'll be a roar with everything that happens. It is the 7th game of the World Series, the 9th inning. The pitch. Strike call, a letter high fastball. Jesse Orozco, who won 3 games against the Astros, bidding for a save here in Game 7. Now the windup by Orozco, the pitch on the way. Low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. Let's have the infield straight away. The outfield is straight away. Lee Dykstra is playing center now with Boogie in left and Strawberry in right. Now Orozco siding in. The pitch to Romero. At a high pop-up, it might be playable. Gary Carter looking for it. Hernandez calling. Foul ground. Look out. Makes the catch. Oh, good play by Keith Hernandez. Towering pop foul. It was going to be a foul ball even if he didn't catch it, but a beautiful catch by Keith Hernandez, who was almost up to the fungo circle near home plate. 1 man down in the 9th inning. Mets are now 2 outs from a World Series victory. The best hitter in baseball, Wade Boggs, is up. He had 3 hits Saturday night, and he's 1 for 3 in a walk here tonight. Left-hander against left-hander. Orozco in relief has retired 4 in a row. The on-deck hitter is Marty Barrett. Now the pitch on the way. Slider wide. 1 ball and no strike. This crowd of 55,000 plus, ready to turn all their happiness loose. Now Orozco is ready. The 1-0 delivery. Foul back. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Wade Boggs. Mets were behind 3-0 at the end of 5 innings, and over the first 5 innings, they had only 1 base runner. That was Ray Knight. But then the left-hander hurt. Maybe weakened, maybe became a little tired on 3 days rest. The Mets rallied to tie it. High foul out of play. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Wade Boggs. Mets hoping to win their 2nd ever World Series title, critically enough coming in their 25th anniversary year. They won in '69. If they win here tonight, they're the only expansion team to win 2 world titles. Now the 1-2 delivery. 6-swing foul ball, no play, over into the crowd. Count holding at 1 ball and 2 strikes. It's been a remarkable series. And the unpredictable has happened so often. Not the predictable, the unpredictable. As happened Saturday night here at Shea Stadium. Orozco into his motion. Now the pitch. Ground ball to the right side of the infield. Backman waiting on the hop. Throws to Hernandez. 2 down. 2 men down. The Mets are 1 out away from winning a World Series. The hitter coming up will be Marty Barrett. 1 hit it 4 times this past tonight. The hit was a bunt single, a perfect bunt. His 13th hit of the series, tying a series record held by Bobby Richardson and by Lou Brock. Orozco, who has been magnificent, has now retired 5 in a row in relief, and we're going to be held up for a moment. Somebody has thrown a smoke bomb out into the outfield. And the red smoke will take some time to clear out of here. Just when Orozco was in that real good groove. And you can bet Jesse not too thrilled about that. And it's going to take a few minutes now for that to burn down. And the crowd here is Shea booing whoever threw it out there. Ground crew coming out. They'll try and snatch it and take it out of there while it is still smoldering. But it's going to take a few minutes now for that bright red smoke, because there's no wind to blow it away. We've had no wind at all here tonight at Shea Stadium. It's just kind of spreading out. You can't even see the left fielder. and nobody on. Ninth inning, 8-5, New York. A team from behind. They were up against Bruce Hurst, who already had beaten them twice in the World Series. He allowed 1 hit over 5 innings. Mets were trailing 3-0 in the 6th inning. Davey Johnson put up Lee Mazzilli as a pinch hitter, and Mazzilli singled to left. That was only the second hit off the left-hander at the time, and before the inning was over, the Mets would score 3 runs and tie it up. The Mets took the lead for the first time when Ray Knight led off with a home run to make it 4-3 New York. He hit the home run off hard-throwing Calvin Sherrold. Mets went ahead 6-3, but Boston came back with 2 to make it 6-5. Mets came back with 2 more in their half of the 8th inning. And right now they're just waiting for that smoke from the smoke bomb to kind of dissipate and get out of the way. It's almost gone. We're about ready to resume play. 2 outs and nobody on. The hitter is Marty Barrett. Listen carefully. The Mets are 1 out away from winning the World Series. It would be their 116th victory of the year. Now Ray Knight yelling something over to Rafael Santana. Santana is shaded toward the middle of the diamond. The hitter is Marty Barrett, the leading hitter of the World Series. Now Orozco into his windup. The pitch. Strike call at the letter, strike 1. Now the Mets are 2 strikes away. The on-deck hitter of Goodwood is Billy Buckner, and then Jim Wright. It is never easy. Gary Carter sending out the sign. The pitch on the way, outside and high. 1 ball and 1 strike. 8-5 New York, 9th inning, 2 outs and nobody on. Jesse in relief has retired 5 in a row. The 1-1 delivery, and a swing on this, I believe. They'll check it out. No, he did not swing. The first base umpire, Jim Evans, said no. He did not swing at it. And the count is 2 balls and a strike. He jammed him with a slider inside. He started after it, but he stopped the swing just in time. Knight still playing over to right center. 2-1 delivery. And the swing, he started it again. This time he swung. Now, my friends, it is 2-2 on Marty Barrett. He is a contact hitter. A very difficult batter to strike out. 8-5, the Mets are 1 strike away from winning the World Series. The winner would be McDowell, but the save would go to Jesse Orozco, and he has been magnificent. Crowd all standing and yelling here at Shea right now, yelling as loud as they can. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play down the right field line, and it's still 2-2 on Marty Barrett. New York 8 runs on 10 hits. Boston 5 runs on 9 hits. Gary Thorne will be in the clubhouse talking with the happy Met players if they can get this final out. They're within 1 strike. Twice they were within 1 strike of losing on Saturday night. Now the pitch on the way. He struck him out. Struck him out. The Mets have won the World Series. And they're jamming and crowding all over Jesse Orozco. He's somewhere on the bottom of that pile. He struck out Marty Barrett. The dream has come true. The Mets have won the World Series, coming from behind to win the 7th ball game. And the crowd is behaving beautifully. They are not going over the railing. They are not going out of the field. And it's a very good thing because all the Met players are out on the mound. You've never seen anybody rush somebody like they rushed Jesse Orozco. Orozco had dropped to his knees in happiness. The Mets have won it all. They are the world champions of baseball. They're still having their celebration on the pitcher's mound. The crowd well behaved. They are not rushing the field. They're allowing the players to enjoy this out at the pitcher's mound. It's all over. The Mets win it by a final score of 8-5. Oh, what gutsy guys they have been. Time and again they came from behind. You realize that 4 of their wins in postseason play, they won it in their final turn at bat. And now Orozco jumping up and jumping down. Oh, he's the happiest man you've ever seen. They're all that happy, and well, they should be. So New York will have a parade tomorrow in Manhattan. A ticker tape parade for the world champion New York Mets.